What is the thing that plagues your mind? Like, what just runs in your head nonstop and you're scared of it?
Wondering if I'm actually going to be successful.
What is up, everybody? Yo, this is the Love Works podcast, and this is Aaron Haas, and this is a fire episode with someone that's got some creative energy to him, some creative aura, as the cool people say, and also she like is way better at doing editing and videos and all that jazz. She also just she's got a creative shirt on because she's just flexing her creativeness. She lies about things I say all the time. What else? She works at the greatest church on planet Earth. That's a fact.
Yeah.
What do you think about dinosaurs?
I actually used to get called T-Rex because my arms were so short, and so I was never able to reach the top cupboard at my house, and so my parents would call me T-Rex. So I think dinosaurs are pretty cool.
That kind of sounds a little bit traumatic.
A little bit, but it's fine.
You know what? T-Rexes are cool though.
That's what I'm saying.
So you like them?
Yeah.
She likes T-Rexes.
I have a sticker on my laptop of a T-Rex that says I'm unstoppable or something like that.
She's unstoppable, and she goes by the name Allison Andres.
Andres? It's okay. No one gets it right.
I don't know why, but I cannot get her last name right.
No one can. My last name isn't even something so hard and crazy, but
it just messes with your head some. Andres.
Yeah.
Andres.
You have to say every letter.
And yeah, it's kind of funky, man. So why'd you choose that one?
I just thought it looked different, but also really basic, and I was like, oh, no one's gonna mess this up.
Right.
But here we are. People still mess it up. I actually had a lunch lady tell me in elementary school that I was saying my last name wrong, and little 5th grade Allison was like, excuse me? And
yeah, I would probably be a little hurt on that one too. I don't know.
I've never felt so dumb in my life.
You told me I'm saying my name wrong.
That's what I'm saying. But
I don't know. Okay, so
maybe I am saying it wrong, and I'm just correcting everybody wrong.
Probably. Well, when you came in here, I was like, she's probably saying her name wrong. So
I get that a lot.
Some people, when they come in, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna mess their name up. But
it's pretty difficult.
It's really not. You just make it difficult.
Yeah,
pretty simple.
That's very on brand for me. Make things difficult.
Yeah. So you're creative. What's your creative avenue?
What does that mean?
What do you do?
You should have just said that.
Yeah, what type of creative stuff do you do?
I make a lot of videos and long form videos, short form videos. I make carousels. Anything that can go on social media, that's me. Yeah, I'm trying to get into almost trailer type things, but still learning. We're learning every day because I came in a year ago and knew absolutely nothing. So,
and now you're here.
And now I'm here. Now I'm teaching people all I know.
Wow. That's so cool too. You're incredibly gifted. You started off with not knowing anything about
not a single
editing
thing
or nothing.
I thought there was one font and that was it.
She said Times New Roman.
Run it.
Run it every time.
I didn't know that we could change font sizes.
That's so cool, yeah. That's crazy. That's so cool. All right. For you, tell the world about yourself some.
I'm 20 years old. I am not that interesting of a person. Aaron's making me seem way more interesting than I actually am. But I like to spend my free time either just creating. I like to travel. But I don't like to travel too far for too long. Yeah, a good hour and a half.
I go to Walmart.
Okay. At least give me Target.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Disrespecting me, but it's fine. Yeah, so I like to travel. I like to hang out with people. As introverted as I am, I also fear myself alone. So I crave to be near people, but then once I'm peopled out, it's like I want to go home. And so
You see, so you're an introvert.
I like to think so.
Yeah, that's fair. And when you get peopled out, you're like, man, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
I'm the clock out.
And you can tell, like, my mood will totally shift. Like, I just, like, if I'm, like, stuck in that environment, like, for whatever reason, like, maybe the event's still going on, like, I just can catch myself being like, okay, and then I'm staring at a wall.
Yep, I get that, actually. I don't think I'm an introvert, but I definitely think that I get those moments where it's like, all right.
You're definitely not an introvert.
I know I'm not.
You come into the office screaming.
What up, homies?
Even if the baby's asleep.
Baby about to be awake. Baby's going to be extroverted.
He probably will.
I need to have him on the podcast.
Right now?
Yeah, let's go get him.
Okay. He's just going to babble.
Podcast on the move. Let's go get him. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so, yeah, well, I'm definitely not an introvert. I just think that...
you have introvert qualities.
Yeah, there are times where I'm like, let me get away for a minute.
Like when you're near me, you're like, let me get away from you.
Yeah, some of your introvertedness wears off on me, and I'm like, man, I need to not be around people right now. It might just be you. I don't know.
Probably. I get that a lot.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So tell the world what it looks like to even be a creative. Like, what does your day look like? How do you structure your days? Do you ever have days where you're like, let me get out of this at all costs?
I actually wake up at the same time every single day. I wake up at 8:20 because...
It's like 12 o'clock?
Okay. And so I wake up at 8:20 every single day.
Yeah.
And I kind of just get up. I do the normal human things when I get up. And then when I get to work, on Mondays, that's like my meeting days. I have like all of my meetings on Mondays besides one. And I try to have whatever week's content I'm posting, I try to have it done by Monday. That way I don't even have to worry about it, and I can just start working on next week's content.
That's cool.
Sometimes it doesn't happen because, you know, we're human. Things happen. There are days where I'm like, I don't want to do anything.
Right.
And so, like, I'll slowly see me like, oh, what can I find over there that I can mess with? Or what needs cleaning? Like, I'll just like find random things to do. Like, he said, I work at the greatest church in the world, and
which I've had so many people from the church on, and it's like I've got other people I could have on, but I'm like, man, these are the people I really want.
Oh, you really want me on?
Yeah,
I
guess so.
Log behavior. Stop.
What? Just keep going.
You're funny. But yeah, like there are the days that I'm really motivated though, I feel on top of the world.
That's good.
Like if I wake up and I don't snooze my alarm, it's a good day.
That's a miracle for me.
Dude, I have
snoozed
noticed
my alarm today, and I'm like, yeah, I've got to get like a few things done before she even gets here to record. And you know what I did? I slept till 40 minutes till this all started. I'm wearing what I slept in because I can.
That's true.
Because we don't have formal days at my job. It's Aaron attire.
Yeah, there you go.
AT, whatever that means. At attire.
Interesting.
At my home attire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you keep talking.
Good. Probably for the best.
You're gonna get yourself canceled.
No, you're good.
No, I'm not. Let's go.
But in school, I used to be so good. Like my alarm would go off. I'm out of bed. I'm ready for the day. Like whatever. Right. But then there was one day I snoozed my alarm. This is like I've been working at the church now. I snoozed my alarm. Ever since that day, I cannot go back to how it was in high school where it's like, oh, alarm goes off. Okay, shut it off. Get out of bed. Now it's like, oh, Siri set a timer for 10 minutes. And so it's just like stuff like that now I'm stuck in this loophole.
I go the extra mile as to
Make
I
sure
will
Siri
be
didn't actually
fully.
set a timer.
I will go the full mile as like I'm not even gonna talk to Siri because I don't want to talk. So like I'm up at this point, but I will be scrolling through my alarms and then create a new alarm for me to wake up 3 minutes later.
What?
I'm like, I don't want to talk to Siri right now.
Or like I'll
Siri's gonna
set
give me attitude.
if I do like if I wake up to my alarm, I notice that I still won't get out of bed. I'll like
Right.
be like, oh, let me set a 5-minute timer, and then I'm just scrolling on Instagram Reels for 5 minutes, and it's
Yeah.
like, girl, just get out of bed. Like,
I will finish Instagram Reels if I don't get out of bed. Like I'll just be like, it'll be like you completed the mission. What? I'm done.
I didn't know that.
I
was
did
a
it.
thing. Is that even
I'm
a
the first
thing?
ever. Yeah.
That's like the Subway Surfers. Have you seen those people go live playing Subway Surfers?
I can't stand it. Every single Instagram, it doesn't matter if it's a podcast, it doesn't matter if it's inspirational content, it doesn't matter if it's a cooking video, like or someone talking, whatever. Somebody's going to plug in a Subway Surfers video on,
Let it play.
on the other side of that video, and it drives me up the wall. I'm like, because at this point, I don't care what that person's saying. That's just background noise for me to figure out when this guy's gonna
For
die.
real.
And I'm like, I don't want to watch either of these videos, but now I'm stuck.
No, or like, do you like scroll on TikTok, or are you like mainly Instagram Reels?
You know, I used to be on TikTok, but then I was just like, I don't really use it
Because
much.
TikTok, you can watch a full-blown movie in like 85 different parts. And I used to spend my days doing that. I would be like, oh, I want to watch a movie. Let's go on TikTok and see what I can find.
Jeez, that's crazy actually.
Very Gen Z of me. But
It is. That's like an extra mile to just not pay $3
well,
to rent a movie.
oh, why would I rent a movie? I would just go on Netflix. So
But
it's-
my point is like if you want to watch a movie on TikTok, like, why wouldn't you just
the thing is, like, I knew that it would be there.
you knew it?
Like,
Yeah, but
I could go up and search up a movie, and it's like, okay, here's part 1. Watch all the way to part 93. And then I watched the whole movie, and it's like kind of like the best thing ever.
that sounds miserable.
I don't do it anymore because I just don't have the time in my day to be doing that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I also usually end up falling asleep during actual movies.
Yeah, me too. I'm not a great movie watcher.
Do not put me on the floor during a movie. I will be out like a light.
I get that, yeah. Normally when I'm standing and watching a movie, I'm like,
What?
yeah.
I've
No,
never
I
stood
just
and watched
lied.
a
I don't
movie.
know why I lied.
And you said I lie.
So you're is it 2 years out of high school now?
Yeah.
2 years out of high school. You are in a new season of life. What has been the biggest struggle for you as you've transitioned into this? Like, I'm doing the creative thing. I'm doing all of this awesome stuff.
I think I just always set myself into something new. Like when I first graduated high school, I was like, okay, I'm going to college for nursing. And then a week before my grad party, I changed my mind and I said, I'm going for teaching. And then I went for teaching and I dropped out. And so it's like, how do I do this path of dropping out of college, not knowing what I want to do?
Yeah.
And so I just spent my time at the church, and that's when I got started into learning about all of this marketing and creating. And I never thought that I was creative growing up. Like, I was like, oh, I can't even draw a stick figure that well. Like, I'm not creative at all.
Jeez.
And like then realizing over time, like creative is not just, oh, can you draw something well? Can you color well? Like there's so many different avenues. Like there's music, there is drawing, there's a video creation, there's all these things.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to college for business and a marketing agency. Like that's what
Right.
we're doing. And then I dropped out again because school is just not for me, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I feel like I was just constantly put into like, how am I going to navigate this? And then eventually becoming on staff at the church. Like, that's something totally different. Like, no one in my family has ever done this. Like, none of my friends have ever done this. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
And so, yeah, just navigating that, I feel like it took a lot of failures in the moments. Not failures. Just, like, little, like, stepping stones that I had to work through. And I feel like now that I have like a schedule and I'm better at what I'm doing, like my first serving clip took me 8 hours to make. I was in a room, completely white walls, nothing in there for 8 hours.
I'd probably been drunk by the second half, but I'm tired of this.
I was like, I don't know if I'm made for this, but now I can crack one out in 30 minutes and call it a day.
You need to just start making mine for me.
I got you, man.
No, I wouldn't put that on you.
Yeah, praise God.
You're like.
I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm just gonna be like,
yeah, you're gonna
like
have like
freaking out because
40 videos to make in one day collectively.
Good Lord.
How many videos or how many edits do you make in a day? Would you say?
I think it depends on like what I'm doing that day. Mm-hmm. I would say maybe a minimum of 2 to 3.
Okay.
But
minimum of 2 to 3. That's super impressive actually. Like there's I normally try and get out 3 clips a day. So and that's tough enough. So all right, so you're out of high school now. You're in a new amen, yeah. People ask me like, do you miss school? Do you miss all this stuff?
Dude, I actually do somewhat miss parts of it.
Oh no, hell no.
Like I kind of miss showing up late to class. I just thought it was like so funny how much of a game I made it. Like me and my friends had this running clock to see how late I was going to show up.
Right.
And the latest was 30 minutes and 15 seconds. Like at that point, there was no point in me going to the class. But
no, I would go in there to turn in food so they wouldn't mark me absent, and then I'd leave.
Dude, that's what I would do. It's like, okay, I'm here. I'm in class. I'm present. And the thing is, I never got a tardy.
Oh, I got them.
My poor high school teachers.
I got them. So yeah. So what has been like? Because you're living with your family right now, right?
Yep.
What has been the biggest tension point there?
I think relationship wise, me and my dad have never really been close. I always just felt like a second choice. And then me and my brother, we got really close during COVID, which me and him, we're only born 18 months apart. So like in age, we're pretty close. But during COVID, when we were stuck in a house, we got really close. And then eventually when he graduated high school in 2021, he got a big boy job and he just became so moody. And I was like, no thanks. Like, me and my mom, I feel like we're still navigating our relationship sometimes, but we're definitely getting closer. She started serving at the church on Sunday mornings, so I love seeing that. Like, nothing excites me more than seeing my mom serve. And she's so good at her serving area. Like, when she went to Be Relevant, the culture class, like, I was like, she better pick that area. Like, so yeah, I feel like just navigating the relationships.
That's awesome. So navigating relationships has been pretty. It's had its own tension points there.
Yeah.
What has been the hardest relationship that you might have had that has been broken since in this season?
I think it's my dad. 'Cause me and my dad, we don't necessarily like speak to each other much. Like, and it's never like one-on-one. It's like there's always a group setting, which like kind of sucks because it's like, what girl does not want to just be able to run to her dad? And like there's parts of me that are like, dang, I wish he would have done this differently. But I feel like and I used to hold these grudges like so bad. I'm like, what did I do wrong to make you feel this way about me? Like, and I feel like I've learned not only like forgiveness for everything that has happened between us, but also like this is his first time living. This is his first time being a parent on this life. And I did not make it easy, like if anything. So I think just navigating that and just realizing and reminding myself like, shoot, you could be that parent one day where your kids feel like that. And it's like, it's your first time. And so like, I can't hold these grudges on you.
That's so good. What's the one thing you wish your dad would have showed up in that he didn't?
I think I just wish that he showed up more. Like, I feel like it was always like an absentee, like where there's times where I was like, I don't know my dad.
Yeah.
Like, I know my dad will be willing to drop everything and go help someone. Like, that is something really dope about him. Like, if his buddy calls him and is like, hey, I just shot a deer, like, come help me find it, like, he's there.
Cool.
And so I feel like these people talk about him and they're like, he's just such this great guy, like, all this and that. And it's like, not that he's not a great guy, but also, like, I wish I got to see that side more.
Yeah. Super real. What is the thing that plagues your mind? Like, what just runs in your head nonstop and you're scared of it?
Wondering if I'm actually going to be successful.
Yeah.
Because, like, we were playing this game called We're Not Really Strangers, and one of the questions was, like, are you more scared of failure? Are you more scared of being successful? And I feel like the most common answer is, like, oh, I'm scared of failure. Like, everybody wants to be successful. Like,
Right.
No one wants to just be a failure in their life. And so I feel like just constantly wondering, like, am I going to be successful for my family? And I feel like a lot of that, when all I cared about was how much money am I going to make? Like, oh, if I get this amount of money, I will be successful. I almost felt like, oh, if one day I could pay my parents back for everything, maybe I'll feel loved in that family. Because, like, I feel like there were so many moments where I hear my family laughing and I'm just sitting there and I'm like,
Alone.
Like, who are you guys? Like, is this where I'm supposed to be? And so, but, like, also, there's moments where it was like, this is my family. Like,
right.
So it's, like, really weird, but.
Yeah, that's got to be a really wild balance. What's the overarching emotion that whenever it strikes you, you're like, oh man, it's back?
I think the first emotion I go to about everything is just anger.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's so easy for me to turn to that.
Right.
And I feel like recently I'm learning more about my emotions. Like, it's okay that you're not 1,000% every single day. Like, you don't have to be this person who's always laughing, who's always so happy. Like, you're gonna have days where life hits. Like, but I feel like anger is the one that I go to most. Even if it's like things that, like, I shouldn't be getting angry about. But it's like a video, I made one wrong edit and now I'm getting feedback. It's like, now I'm getting angry at something that it's like, just go fix it and it's fine.
Or just delete the entire video and re-record.
Dude, I have done that. Where I'm just like, you know what, crash out, delete, no Command Z, like.
It's wild.
Anger be doing that to people.
And anger really do be.
Yeah,
there have been some days I'm like, I want to throw my laptop out the window.
Yeah. Crash out moments happen.
Yeah.
But.
Love a good crash out. When was the last time you crashed out?
I think I crash out like 5 times a day.
Okay.
Back to the anger thing.
That's good. Yeah, it's good.
No, I feel like my last big crash out was last week. I don't know exactly or don't remember what was frustrating me, but I was getting mad at everything and everyone. Like, where I was getting so mad that in the middle of the workday, I was like, screw this. I just closed my laptop and I went to my car and I drove home and I just like showered, like restarted my whole day.
That's
I
so
showered,
smart,
I
though.
changed my outfit, whatever perfume I had on, I changed it. When I got back in my car, usually it just like will play whatever song I was listening to. I changed the whole playlist. Like, I was like, a complete reset is needed. And I came back and I felt so much better.
Wow. That's so awesome, though. Honestly, I feel like that would be good for a lot of people. Like, when we're in that really tough spot of our day, because it happens to everyone. Like, oh man, life's hitting me. Family stuff's messed up. This is messed up. I lost my job. I did this or whatever. What if we just said, you know what? I'm driving home. I'm going to take a shower. And the day just now began.
Yeah, I really wish I knew that I was going to do that because I didn't. Like, I got in my car and I just drove. But, like, yeah, you're right. I did think of that.
I just did it.
Yeah, I like to think I'm a very good inspirational person for that.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe not. Maybe so, though. What is a relationship you lean on the most right now?
Probably the relationship with my spiritual parents, Pastor Muta and Pastor Christine.
Come on, shout out.
For real. I feel like, especially with now that I'm grown, like in being able to actually understand what is happening with me and my parents, I feel like being able to be like, okay, if my dad is acting like this, or I just feel like I don't have a relationship with him, like there's a whole nother dad that I can go to, which like sometimes I just need that dad to run to, or like, oh, maybe I don't know if I can talk to my mom about this, but I can talk to this mom about this. And so like really just leaning on that, and even their boys, like being able to love them like they're my little brothers. Like that's just like my favorite thing ever. Like I remember the first time that they called me daughter, and like I think Elijah asked if he could ride with me back to their house or something, and they were like, yeah, that's your sister. And I was just like, oh, should I go cry or what? Like
Yeah, that's so cool.
I'm extremely emotional. Like,
so you feel like that's your family.
Yeah, for sure.
I see it the same way. That's so cool. So let's say you lost everything you have right now. Your creative position, your creative mindset, even you moved away from this state.
Hey, I'm going to Texas.
Where would you be at mentally?
I would be a wreck. Like, I know that. And I would love to sit here and be this wonderful Christian influencer, like, oh, it's all good, I have God. Like,
yeah.
But no, I would be a mess. Like, I would probably be like, God, what did I do? Yeah. Because I feel like that's the first place I go to, is the victim mentality of what did I do to do this? And I feel like eventually I would find my way to be like, God, you still get the glory through this. Mm-hmm. But also, like, I lost everything, like.
What would you start? Would you create anything, or would you just be like, where would you be at? Like, are you going to be like, all right, let me find a new thing to do. I've got to figure something out.
I would definitely go to Texas. Okay. If y'all don't know, I am so convinced that my future husband lives in Texas, and he is a cowboy.
Do you think he's convinced that?
He better be.
Okay.
There was something said at church yesterday where all the men had to say amen about, not being alone or something like that. And I was like, my future husband better be saying amen right now. Like,
fair.
But yeah, so I will go to Texas, probably try to find my cowboy, not like being outside trying to find him, because that's crazy. But I like to think that I would try to start something new, but I'm also like, I just want to stay what I'm doing. Okay. Like, I love to also try new things, but I've had the same Subway order since I was 6 years old. Like, call me the loyalist.
Well, I mean, or just, you could say dumb because Subway's bad.
Okay. I didn't say it was my favorite.
Okay.
I do keep my same Chick-fil-A order, which we all know.
Chicken?
And fries.
So what everyone else gets. Congratulations.
Just say that you hate me.
Sorry. Maybe I'm being too aggressive. But I'll do it again. No, I'm just kidding.
We know.
All right, so just tell me your story. What is your story? What is the ups and downs?
Let's see. Well, it all starts back in 2004, back on November 9th.
Yeah?
Yeah, my parents got blessed with a little girl. Growing up, we were just a normal family. Like, there was nothing much to it. I feel like when I used to be extremely shy as a kid, like if I saw a person I was hiding behind my parents' legs, like, do not talk to me, do nothing.
Why do you think you were so shy?
I don't know, to be honest. Like, because the thing is, both of my parents are very extroverted. Like, my whole family is extroverted. Right. And then there was me, who was so scared. I think I low-key had this fear of authority. Like, and I even noticed it in high school. Like, I was like, no one has authority over me. Like, yeah. I am chilling. And I definitely broke out of my shell in, like, middle school. I think I really just remember seeing my brother, like, oh, he has all these friends. Like, who doesn't want friends? So I just, like, was like, I'm breaking out of school, like, this shell that I have. And, like, in 6th grade, in our area, both of the elementary schools combine all in one school. So it's like, this is the best place to make new friends. Like, now I'm getting to know all these other kids, not just kids that I grew up with. And so I just like tried to break out of this shell. And so I really like, I was always known as, oh, you're Chase's little sister. Like, it was never like, oh, you're Allison. Like, no, it was, you're his little sister. And my brother, I literally describe him all the time. I'm like, think of a movie with the popular jock. That's him. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, that's who I'm under the spotlight. Like, he has all the attention and everything. And
You felt like you were a shadow.
yeah, pretty much. And so, like, I remember in high school, everyone thought I was going to be this extremely extroverted, extremely confident person who will just do all the things. And it's like, I didn't want to do that. But I did it because I knew that that's what people expected. Like, I remember sitting in my car, freaking out, having anxiety attacks. And I didn't know at that point in time that anxiety was normal. Like, I literally felt like an alien almost. Like, what am I experiencing? Like, why am I out of breath? Why am I getting hot? Why are my hands getting sweaty? Like, all these things. Like, why am I picking at my nails? Like, not knowing that that's completely normal, because my family, we didn't talk about those things. Like, I felt like we stayed very surface level on a lot of areas. And so just like then not telling anyone, because I don't want to be a burden to you. I don't want to put you down. And so I just would experience it. And then eventually, like, depression was arising and suicidal ideation was arising. I tried to take my own life both in middle school and then my senior year of high school. And like, just not having anyone to talk to after. Like, my friends, there's probably some of them who still don't know that I tried to do those things.
That's actually incredibly relatable, because it's like, why would I tell you? Because in the moment that I was doing it, it didn't feel like I was worth it enough to you anyway.
Right.
So it's a really, really, really heavy and hard balance to make. Why do you feel like your family was one that was just so surface level and didn't talk about the things? Even anxiety. Anxieties in today's world is so, like, it's a common phrase.
Yeah, I also feel like we're just self-diagnosing. It's like, oh, I'm freaking out about this one thing. It's like, oh, I have anxiety. But I feel like we stayed very surface level in the sense of we were always on the go. Like, my house was what I would call the party house. Like, there was always people over. Like, there was never moments where it was just like me and my family. You have me and my brother, who are both 3-sport athletes, so we're always moving. We always have a game some night.
Right.
And then I have a half brother. He moved out like the day he turned 18. So like, that relationship was always awkward. I think his relationship and my dad's, because he's my mom's kid. So like, I feel like their relationship was kind of like, where do we land? And I feel like they never took the time to actually dive into that. But that's their story. But yeah, I feel like with us always being on the move and not actually having like intentional family time, it's like, do we actually know each other?
That's super. That's real too. Jeez Louise. Do we even know each other?
Yeah, because like, I remember like a lot of my life, I was like, do I know my family? Like there was that moment in time where me and my brother were close, where I was like, oh, my brother's one of my best friends. Like,
Yeah.
This is so dope. But like, there were things where it was like, does my family know that I'm doing these things? Like, I was drinking in high school and middle school, and like, sometimes, yeah, my parents knew, but like, there were times where I was like, I know that they don't know that I'm doing this. Like, so.
I get that too. And it's funny because I look at it now, especially from my perspective of life, and the best conversations I've ever had with my father were when my father was drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, is there a level of like, I want to do that now because I want to have those relationships with people? Or is it almost just like a numbing thing at this point?
Yeah.
So for you, what did that look like? Like, why did you step into drinking? Was it to numb?
I think I just got offered it like one time, like, oh, do you want a sip of this? Like,
Right.
you know, and I was like, yeah, like, of course, like, what?
Trying to be cool.
Right. And like, so I just did it once, and I was like, oh, that wasn't bad. Like, and then like, I just know eventually, like, I knew that I would have access. Like, I feel like my parents, especially like when we got into high school, I feel like it was almost like as long as you're safe about it, like, who cares in a way. And maybe it wasn't like that. Maybe I just took it that way and ran with it. But yeah, like, I knew that I would have access to it, and so that was where I went. Right. And I hid a lot from them, so I don't even know if it was like, oh, I necessarily want to have those relationships or whatever, but like, I remember I used to not even tell my friends that I would drink. So like, they're like all like, oh, I'm drinking and all this, and like, people knew, like our town's really small or whatnot, right. And so people knew, but it's also like, oh, like, she would never do that.
Yeah. Do you feel like you still have to hide?
Yeah, I feel like I hide quite often. Like there's very few people that I actually know that I am 100% authentic with. And I know a lot of that is like the relationships that I had growing up. Like, there was probably one friend that I could think of right now that I was actually fully authentic with all the time. Wow. Like, I told her everything, and yeah.
Did she ever stab you in the back?
She never has. We're still friends. It's my girl.
Come on. That's super cool. Is that why you don't tell people? Because you're nervous that they're going to come back behind you?
I feel like I'm more nervous that they'll leave. Like, oh, that's a lot to deal with. Like, I might as well just step away. And I'm a 6 on the Enneagram or whatever it's called. And so I've been like doing more research on that, and like, we're the loyalist on there. Like, yeah. Like, we're ride or dies, and like, I feel like there is a lot of trust issues with that. Like, me knowing like, oh, I can't necessarily go to my parents. Like, they may tell me like, oh, you can come to us about anything, but it's also like, there's a comfortability that needs to be there for you to actually go to someone about something. And
if we're already just a surface level family, yeah, if I come to you with my depth, am I going to shut you down towards me?
Yeah, for real. Like, I also was like, my family is very like high energy, like, yeah, like, let's go. But it's like, if I'm having, like, I'm extremely moody, like, you know this, like, it can get bad. Like,
yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Amen. I'm just kidding.
But you're not.
No, not at all.
But so I could get extremely moody, and like, I know I can bring a room down. Right. Like, I just know that I have like that temperature on me.
Do you think you can bring a room up though?
I feel like I can if I really want to. Like, one of our culture codes is we're thermostats, not thermometers. Right. I had to make sure I said that right.
I always get thermostats and thermometers.
I'm like, I always want to switch them. Like,
I'm like, we're the air.
Either way, we're temperature setters.
We're the sun.
And I know that is the hardest one for me to do. Yeah. Like, I always thought deference over preference would be the hardest one, because it's like, I feel like all of us want to be like my way or the highway. Like, at first we all think that we're right. But yeah, the temperature
especially in ministry.
Yeah.
Like, that's a natural go-to. It's like, oh, this will be the best way to make it happen.
Right.
And we think about the people, and we're like, this is so good for them and whatever. But it's like,
there's also so many different perspectives.
So many.
Like,
and there's a lot of evidence.
We do these Sunday curated experiences, and we're supposed to film on Thursday afternoons or whatever. And when I tell you we've maybe filmed on a Thursday afternoon once, twice, something like that, like, it's usually happening Friday mornings. And I'm like, Pastor Muta will be like, yeah, we really need to get like on the Thursday afternoons. And I'm like, no, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's just one day. Like, like, I don't see it as that big of a deal. Like, it's not affecting me in any way. But I'm like, I do see how you see it from a 30,000 foot level about how it affects everyone. I'm like, oh, it's about me right now. Like,
I'm like, that's a good idea, Pastor Muta.
For real. I'm just like, no, it's fine. Like, literally all I have to do on Fridays then is edit the message and then put it in the whole different slot or whatever. Yeah, so that's just like seeing how he sees it. It's like, okay, maybe it's not about just me editing it. Like, there is more to it.
Yeah, because if something, let's say the video shuts off, we lose the video, we got to run it again, and now we're running it on Saturday.
Yeah, and like, Saturday's my Sabbath, so like, I get in trouble, y'all, for working on my Sabbath. Like, the only thing I'm allowed to do on my Sabbath is make the post that we have for the Sunday invite. And, like, I used to be so bad about taking my Sabbath, which I feel like a lot of us in ministry can be.
Oh, yeah. In the world.
Because there's always something to do. Like, that's just life. But also, like, now that I've been better at taking it, it's like, I love my Saturdays. Like, I do a Saturday reset, and I'm the happiest person in the world in that moment because I put on my noise cancellation headphones. I cannot hear a word anyone is saying, and I am just cleaning, and it is, like, the best thing ever.
What is the most beneficial thing for you when it comes to the Sabbath, and why should people take it?
I think it's just genuinely a time for me to just rest. Like, I don't sleep well personally, so, like, I'm not getting the physical rest, but then during the week, like, there's some nights where I make myself stay up till 1 a.m, 2 a.m, just trying to get things done. And, like, I know that can be, like, not only for ministry, but for other jobs. Like, so even if you are in ministry or you're not, make sure that you take that one day, whether it's a Monday or it's a Saturday or it's a Tuesday. Like, just make sure that you take it and, like, be intentional with that time.
Right.
Like, this time is literally for you to just sit in the presence of the Lord. And
so I have a tradition on this podcast where I open up the floor for my guests to ask me any question, uncut, unfiltered. What's your question for me?
I think I literally went to ChatGPT and asked them, like, oh, what should I ask him?
Oh, that's good.
And then I didn't use that. But I just wanted you to know that it was going to be ChatGPT.
Love ChatGPT.
And I probably kind of want to steer the conversation a little bit. What's the weirdest thing in your fridge?
The weirdest thing in my fridge?
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on.
Oh, we are going to check. I have a guess. Like, I don't know if it's going to be in your fridge, but I have a guess. Oh, wait, it can't be in your fridge. Never mind. I forget that you're, like, allergic to everything.
Mama Fresca minced garlic, Bailey's s'mores, limited edition. And the funny thing about this is neither of these were mine. My former roommate left them. I'm allergic to this.
So why do you still have it if you're allergic?
I don't know if people come over.
Garlic's a good thing to have in your fridge, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can use garlic for anything that needs garlic. So that's kind of good.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I'm going to put these back in my fridge.
Yeah, go ahead. That was a really crazy question for what I asked you the first time when we filmed.
Yeah, that was a good question. I really just don't have a ton in my fridge, so I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like you never have a ton of things in your fridge.
Nope. I don't really need it. It's like, if I put it in there, it'll get eaten way too fast.
Interesting. When I was in my apartment, I would never check my fridge.
Yeah, I don't really. I know. Opening my fridge, I'm like, yeah, there's nothing in here. I got one thing in there that I'm gonna eat today. So anyway, dude, what was your question you asked me last time?
Something about quitting, because we were talking about me being a quitter. I think it was like, what keeps you going?
Keeps me going. I'll answer that too. What keeps me going is like I believe in what I'm doing. I love it, and I want to see it through. I also know that there's people watching, and so it's like I'm betting on me that we're gonna make some stuff happen, and like I don't want to let myself down because I know I can do it, and I also don't want to let the people that I love down.
That's true.
So let's run this race, and let's do well. Like, I use the word winning a lot. My definition of winning is really different than I think the traditional. But my definition of winning is like, let me just get at the table with the greats. Like, let me sit with them. Let me learn with them.
Yeah, that would be really sick.
So like, I would love to, yeah, like there's people I've mentioned a few times, like Joe Rogan, he's got one of the top podcasts, dude. Let's get them. Let's get up with him. Let's get up with Theo Vaughn. Let's get up with the We Should Know podcast. That podcast is fire. I love that podcast. Like people with like them, like Peyton, and Cameron, like they're cool people. Like I want to sit at a table with people like that. And Mel Robbins, like Mel Robbins is awesome. I think I'm saying her name right. I've seen her clips. Like I really don't, to be honest, I don't even watch her podcast, but I see like her clips.
You're cool for the 30 seconds that I watch you.
What?
You're cool for the 30 seconds that I watch your
Yeah.
clips.
Well, no, like I'm like, I know what the premise of her podcast. I might have started one. But like the clips I see, I'm like, dude, what she's doing is awesome.
Right.
I mean, because you can tell based on what you're looking at online. So like those are reasons why I don't quit. 'Cause I believe in it. So, man, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Oh, good Lord. Where do I see myself tomorrow?
You like Chick-fil-A?
Probably. I'll probably end up there today.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, if we get done on time, maybe I'll have time to run to Chick-fil-A before.
good. Yeah. Drop some by my place.
No.
Okay.
You're funny. But you and me were just talking about the dream that I had. So I want to get this photography business. I was like, okay, I'm going to get this photography business up off the ground. Like, one, make some extra money, because full-time ministry, there ain't a lot of money there, and that's okay. Like, we're still grinding and all that. So, yeah, I was like, let me get this photography business off the ground. And then the other week, I was just, like, sleeping like normal people do. And this dream came to me, and it's like, what if you started writing, like, these creative newsletters just about different things? And I remember I was just like, are people actually going to read that? Like, what if it's just boring? It's like, no one wants to check their email anyway, like all this and that. And so I like just started asking people. I was like, hey, if there was like a creative newsletter, like I was asking different creatives, I was like, would you read it? Would you just skip it over? Like, then I was also asking people who necessarily aren't creatives in a way. I was like, would you read it? And they were like, yeah, maybe. Like, I would give it a shot at least. And then, like, worst comes to worst, unsubscribe if I hate it. I'm like,
Right.
Love that. But yeah, then it just like kept going, and it was like, when you're dreaming, like that's the best thing, is there's like no level that you can just like get to, and it's like, oh, I can't go higher. And so I was like, okay, what if I had this just creative agency where people are booking us, and maybe they need photography done, they need videography done, they need editing done, they need marketing people done, they
social media.
Social media, just maybe podcasting they need done, like just all these things. And it's like, we could have a studio in there with different backdrops or whatnot. And like, that would just be really dope to do. And just to like know it all started just because I need to make some money, and I love taking photos. Like,
And you're great at it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Just like, I picked up a camera one day and took a photo, and I was like, oh, this is sick. And then
Isn't as blurry as I thought it would be?
I know, like, I thought I was shaking because of the anxiety. Like, but, and then to also know, like, I feel like many people don't know this. My whole creative journey all started because of a lie.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Tell them that story.
So the lovely Jose, who was on here
Twice. Jose was on here twice,
what a
and
guy.
he was the first person to ever host an episode other than myself.
He was. It was really good.
Super cool.
For what I watched of it.
One of 3 people to ever be on 2 episodes.
That's sick. But yeah, he told Jessica Morales, who was also on here twice.
Yeah.
He told her that I knew how to make videos, and I didn't. I worked under Jose for I served with Jose for maybe a year or so. And what did I do? I filmed a video, and I don't think a single one ever got posted.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it was like training in progress. So like, I guess I knew how to film, but it's also like, I never got feedback about, oh, if it was good or not. So it was just like really strange. And then eventually I stopped the creative team for whatever reason, and I was put on welcome team. I am not a welcoming person, I feel like, in that aspect. Like, I'm never gonna fake a smile or whatever. And then eventually Jess comes up to me one day, and she's like, are you Allison? And in my head I was like, who's asking? Like, Like, why are you asking about me? All this and that. Like, and I was like, yeah. And then eventually we got on this whole creative journey where she eventually learned I know nothing. And she's like, are you willing to learn? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And
Come on.
so
now
that's
you're
what
here.
I did. And I've been learning every day.
And it's all because Jose lied to Jessica saying that you
Yeah.
have
And
your
he's like,
creative
well,
stuff.
look at where he got you. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's
Thanks.
super cool though, and now you love it. You're obsessed with it. If you weren't doing creative stuff at the church, like if you didn't have that opportunity presented to you, do you think you'd be as sold in and as invested?
um, I think before I was finding this, I was really just trying to find my purpose in life. And then like even just finding like where gives me this energy. Like I love serving in the kids ministry. Like that was my favorite thing. I still pop in there every Sunday. Like I love kids. Like kids are like my energy givers. And so I do think I would. I would have loved to give my full heart to kids ministry,
So cool.
which is hard. Like,
That's a lot.
yeah.
That's so cool. All right. So do you have any closing thoughts for the people right now? If you could tell them anything, teach them something, or even just give them a nugget of who you are, what would that be before we close this thing out?
I think just to like, when you're coming up with your dreams, like that was something that we talked about, like just to remind yourself that there's not that level that you can top. Like it can always get better. It can always get better. And like when you're creating a dream, think of like the generations after you. Like don't let your dreams just stop with you. Make your dreams continue on to those generations. And so
good. I love it so much. This is Allison Andres.
yeah, good job.
Shout out me.
Shout out Aaron.
For getting that name right. And so this is the Love Works podcast. I'm Aaron Hass. I'm thankful to be on. I'm thankful to be here, whatever. I don't know why I was saying that.
I'm thankful to be on.
No,
extremely honored.
I'm not talking about you. I'm kind of like in the zone of like, oh yeah, I was just recording with Jose. Like, oh yeah, thanks Jose for letting me be it because it was whatever. We're back. Man, this is an awesome episode. I'm thankful that you tuned in. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, go to YouTube, subscribe. We're on the journey by the end of this month, which is coming up soon, to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Also, go ahead and give us that 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and whatever platform you're listening on. Share this episode with a friend. And let's get this thing off the ground together because this is a movement. Let's eliminate shame by confronting it with honesty. This is the LoveWorks podcast. Peace out. Follow us on Instagram at LoveWorksMVT. Same thing, TikTok. You know it. Boom. Peace out.